Welcome everyone back to the UK Journeyman Save. In today's episode we have our last two games of the Premier League season here in our first full season at Man United. Obviously we had half a season before. We're playing Brighton and Crystal Palace, and as you can see, looking at the league, we are currently 7th place with a game in hand. A win in the first game will put us above Newcastle and just a point below City and Liverpool. So going into the last game, we can still get a top 5. We can still get ourselves what's probably going to be a Champions League place. Now, obviously, top 4 is guaranteed a Champions League space, but the way that the coefficiency stuff works, 5th also can get you a Champions League spot as well. There's a couple other teams as well where if they were to drop points, we could still be within a shout of getting to them as well. I think obviously Chelsea and City involved in that. So very much a chance to get into it. At the minute, we are pretty much locked in for 7th. We're not going to finish any lower than that. That would be probably Conference League, Europa League, something like that. But yeah, we've definitely got a chance to do it. Since you last left us, we also progressed in the semi-final of both the FA Cup and the Conference League. We beat Burnley 3-0 before then beating Famalicão 3-2 away from home and then 4-1 at home. That set up an FA Cup final against Brentford as well as a Conference League final against Alanyaspor. In the league, we also won both of our games that we played since the last episode as well. We beat Sunderland 3-1 in the league and then Norwich 2-0. So all of this means we are in very, very good form, a very, very happy squad, and we are ready to rock and roll. And this is the first game of the episode. We're going against Brighton, and this is the team. It's a very familiar front 11 at this a very familiar 11 at this point. We got Torres in goal, back four of Malik, Estrada, Pearson, and Patrick. Charlton and Goma in midfield. Then Jakob, Mora, Mua, and Kanisa make up the front four. We are ready to go, and let's hopefully try and win both games. And at that point, then it's destiny. As long as we win both of our games, which we should do, looking at the teams we're playing, we can definitely. Yeah, we can definitely get ourselves into a Champions League spot. And ultimately, that is the aim, because the ultimate goal of the series is to win the Champions League. As much as it will be an aim to win the Premier League as well, we do want to get in the Champions League. Now, obviously, we have to be in the Champions League to win it. And I don't think just because we get in the Champions League, we'll necessarily win it first time. I think we'll be probably a few seasons here at United, but there's definitely more than enough money and stature at the club to turn this into a world-beaten side. And I think, honestly, with the signings we've already made, we're going to be an even better side next season. So I think we should be finishing top 4, if not challenging for the league next season. I think we've just probably had too many losses as well to teams, too many inconsistent results, really. More near the start of the season. The second half, we've been brilliant. But we are 1-0 down here. Yankuba Minter does put Brighton 1-0 up here at Old Trafford. And this is not the start we wanted. The players are pretty tired, I will say that. I will make that excuse for them now. We've played a lot of games. Obviously, we took all 3 cup competitions that we were in to the final, so we've basically played the maximum number of games we could have played this season. And the good news is, obviously, we do have 2 cup finals after this, so if we do miss out on Champions League, I mean, we're already guaranteed Conference League again from when we won the League Cup against City earlier in the season. But we have a chance at winning getting in the Europa League as well by either winning the FA Cup or the Conference League. I believe both of those are Europa League. So at the worst, I think we'll probably be in Europa League. I think we'll probably win at least one of those competitions, though ideally I'd like to win both. But really, we want to be getting in the Champions League. But as it stands, not looking likely, because we are losing to Brighton. We really need to win this one and win the next one and then hope someone drops points. But we'll have to just take it one thing at a time. Kanisa has got to act a little bit quicker there because he was in a really good position. It's a very slow ball out to Malik, but he's just got there. And Paddy Mua, who's been, the main man this season, I don't know what happened. It looks like a Brighton player may have handballed it because he's going over. VAR are checking I don't care about a yellow card. I want a bloody penalty. A penalty has been given. Paddy Mua, who, let's be honest, none of us have really had a good game, but he's got a chance to get his level. He is our regular penalty taker. He usually scores, which means he's definitely going to miss now that I've said that. Paddy Mua taking his sweet time over the penalty, steps up, places it. You knew it. It's not our day. I just already had a sense when we went 1-0 down. It wasn't going to be our day. The game is stopping us from getting in the bloody Champions League. They doesn't want the series to end. Mua misses his penalty. He never misses. And there you go, of course he missed. I did say he would miss after I said he never misses. That was my own fault. Still 1-0 to Brighton, and they're trying to get themselves forward again, but Estrada can deal with it fairly comfortably. Plays it out to Malik. I mean, if we can get an equaliser now, after that, well, no, we can't, because there goes the half. A pretty disappointing half of football means we do trail the game. A chance to level it up, not taken. And we look poor. We're not going to make any changes because this is our best 11. But this is definitely maybe just a case of playing too many games. Players are tired. I've had to rest them from training, so maybe not as prepared for this. I don't know how good Brighton are anymore in the game. I don't think they're too high. Well, they're ninth, so they're really not a bad side, are they? They're only a little bit below us. But yeah, this is definitely poor. We should be winning this game, and we are. We're not at the minute, and I think we're going to have to make a change if something doesn't happen sooner rather than later. We'll give it a little bit more time, but we are in the course of having to make a change, and that's just such a poor pass up to no one. Verbruggen, the goalkeeper, can play it out, but Malik does well to get up there, and Paris Ngoma plays it out to Jakob. Can he get round his man? He doesn't, but he does play the ball through to Mua, who's got options in the middle, and he finds one. Gilberto Mora gets himself in front of his man. It's Man United 1, Brighton 1, and with 30 minutes left to go, we very much have a chance to get all 3 points, which will be absolutely vital. And besides their early effort, they've not really done much. It's been us. We just haven't made anything of it. Minter goes close to getting a second, but thankfully it does go over the bar and nothing else will come from it. I mean, they've had lots of shots, but nothing on target. Malik playing out from the back, finds Ngoma. Back to Malik. This is a little bit dangerous. We go all the way to the goalkeeper, who plays a first-time pass to Pearson. Pearson into Ngoma. Back to the centre-half, all the way up to Kanisa, the striker, who's tackled in the middle. Really poor from Kanisa. He's got to be quicker there. And Brighton are through, and they've somehow not scored. I think it's hit both posts. I don't even know what happened. It definitely hit at least one post, but we've massively gotten away with that. But Mua does really well to intercept, and I thought we were going to get a little counter-attack going there. Kanisa's not having a good game, so we are going to take him off. We're going to bring Garcia on for him. The other boys are pretty tired as well, but really we don't have any other wingers who can do a good job, so they're going to stay on. Unfortunately, we could always bring Chris Gray on, I guess, but that's quite big expectations for a youngster. Though he is 6-12 in the Conference League. Mora can't latch on the end of that, and Verbruggen can knock it out, but he just plays it all the way to our centre-half, who Charles plays it out to Malik. Lovely touch. Finds Paddy Mua just about. Good ball to Jakob, who squares it. And Alberto Garcia finishes. Is he onside? I mean, it doesn't look like there's going to be a check. I thought it was pretty close. And it may have been offside, but no. Instant impact from Garcia off the bench. It all came down to Jakob, though, and Mua. Great work. He just had to finish it off, and he does. It's United 2, Brighton 1, and we have turned this around late on. Charles to Ngoma. Ngoma does well, skips around his man. Back to Charles. There's options to play it out to, but we go all the way back to our centre-half, back to Malik, who's had a pretty good game. Malik swings one into Mua, and Paddy Mua gets the third. That should make it a little bit more comfortable. We will make a change now, though. We'll bring young Chris Gray on the right, because he's pretty tired. We'll move Mua out to the left-hand side and bring Etta Young on up front. I guess we'll take Shea Charles off for Jose, and we'll take Patrak off for Marty as well. 5 subs with 20-ish minutes to go. Shouldn't hopefully doesn't affect us too negatively, but we have got a lot of games, important games coming up that we need to rest players for, so we're going to do that. Obviously we've got a lot of tired legs out there because we have, like I think, we've played the most amount of games we could possibly have played this year. Ball over to Garcia. Lovely bit of work from Garcia. Still going, Garcia. Oh, that's so unlucky. It's a good save from Verbruggen, but it's come out to their defender, Martin, and it's just hit him and went in, and it's an own goal. It's Man United 4, Brighton 1, and even with the penalty miss, we've managed to get enough goals to make this quite a comfortable affair in the end. It was looking a little bit tough, but we've done just enough. Well, we've not done just enough. We've done enough to, in the end, make it quite an easy win. But the highlights still going. Brighton still trying to get themselves back into the game, even this late on. Minter, who's the only goal scorer for them so far, trying to get a second. He's turned really well as Minter, but unfortunately his effort for them, unfortunately good for us, has went over the bar. And we can just see this game out now. We don't need to worry about this. So that means we will go into the final day with it still in our hands, depending on other results. I guess we'll see the other results as we go into it, but we can at least still get 6, I think, is the most we could definitely do. Ball up to Garcia on the turn, back to Paddy Moore, back to Garcia, into Marty, into Garcia on the turn. Lovely finish from Alberto Garcia. That's his second of the game. Man United 5, Brighton 1. And he's a lad who's starting to hit the back of the net a lot more. We really struggled with him in the early season, but he's starting to improve. We obviously had the Wonder Kid tag. We knew he was going to be a good player. We just had to give him the time. And it's starting to really show. And I was saying last season we need a new striker in, but if he's going to continue to play, if he's going to keep getting better and get himself into being a world-class striker or a leading Premier League striker, star Premier League striker, whatever you want to call it, then I don't think we really need to, but I still think it would be good to get one. He's probably better off as the deep line forward rather than the channel forward. Etta Young makes it 6. Wasn't sure if he was offside as well, but I don't think it was. It was a great ball from Marty to find Etta Young. There is going to be a VAR check. Potentially it is going to be ruled out. No, it isn't. It's actually been awarded. It looked offside to me, but Etta Young gets one off the bench. He's someone where we may just keep around because he's a decent hand, but we could also look to move him on. There's a few I've earmarked as probably going to try and sell next season, with obviously players coming in. But a 6-1 win in the end. Very easy stuff. I think they must have just been really going for it for whatever reason. But yeah, all of that means we are into 6. And like I said, we can still get top 5 or top 4 with our last game. We've only got a couple days rest to play Palace away. Palace are in 9th. So again, not a terrible side at all. But we need to hope either one of Liverpool or City drop points. If we win, then Newcastle can't come above us. So we'll at least finish 6. But we could still get a Champions League spot. Let's go play Palace and hopefully make that a reality. So we have our last league game of the season. We're away. Is it away? Yeah, we're away to Crystal Palace, and this is the standings. We currently sit 6th, a point behind both Liverpool and City. A win for us, a draw for them. Well, actually, goal difference could come down to it. A draw for Liverpool. We could. Yeah, there's all sorts of things. A win for us puts us on 71 points. That means they both have to win their games if we win our game. If we draw our game and Liverpool lose, we could still get 5th. So there's a few permutations, but a draw would definitely not take us above City. So we've got to win our game and hope that these lose their game. Liverpool actually play Spurs, which is definitely tough because they're up in 3rd. Which obviously we'd rather Spurs win because we can't overtake them anyway. And City play Wolves, so a little bit easier of a game for them. So there's every chance we could get 5th. And maybe even Wolves could do us a favour. But 5th has been a Champions League spot before. We're going with the same 11. Everyone's fit, raring to go. I'm excited. Let's go and get another good result. And then that will hopefully put us in the Champions League. It may not say it straight away, but we'll know if we get 5th that that's probably in air quotes. Obviously, top 4 is guaranteed Champions League, but 5th is usually a Champions League spot as well because of the coefficiency stuff. Though it's not a guarantee, so even if we do get 5th, we haven't necessarily confirmed Champions League spot. We'd have to basically hope Wolves and Spurs do us a favour with Liverpool and City to make sure we got top 4. Top 4 is the only way to guarantee it, but normally if you get 5th, you do get an extra Champions League spot because I think it's the top 2 coefficients get an extra spot, and it's nearly always England in Football Manager anyway. So yeah, we need to do our part though. Like I say, a draw could be enough, but you don't want to leave that up to chance. We need to win our game. We also want to win our game so that we go into our 2 cup finals with the most momentum that we can, because we've got 2 teams, Brentford and Alanyaspor, who we should be beating. We should be walking out as a dodgy treble winner. It's not a true treble. It's not the league, the FA Cup and the Champions League. It's the FA Cup, the League Cup and the Conference League. But it's a cup treble, and you would definitely take that. Better than winning nothing. Jakob into Mua, through to Jakob, who's through on goal. Oh, he's got to apply the finish. I think it's actually a good save. It is, because it's gone for a corner. And it's United 0, Palace 0. It was a corner, but clearly nothing came of it. That was a very good chance for Jakob to go in through. And I'm actually going to expand the scores so we can try and keep an eye on what's happening elsewhere. Arsenal and I think it's Chelsea still trying to fight out who's winning the league, but we couldn't really care less at this point. We are just trying to get top 4. Paddy Moore down the right-hand side, turns it back to Malik, who's got a few options in the middle, swings it in, but it's well cleared by Palace, but we keep it alive. And Gilberto Mora with an effort from distance. I think it took a deflection on its way. Unfortunately, hit the post. Remains 0-0, but it took us a little while to get into the Brighton game as well, and then once we were in that groove, we were good. What's really annoying is I click expand and then it goes. Spurs are winning 2-0 over Liverpool, so a win for us now will actually guarantee us 5th. I actually think a draw would guarantee us 5th as well. So as it stands, we are actually 5th, I believe. But we want to win our game because obviously it wouldn't be out of the question for Liverpool to equal that game up. Patrak on the left-hand side gets around his man, swings it into Jakob, who's there, but his header can only hit the side net, and we are knocking on the door. It's only going to be a matter of time until we get the lead. I'm sure of it. In terms of City, they're beating Wolves. Spurs are actually beating Liverpool 3-0, so we really need to do our job now. In terms of the table, though, we are currently 5th, so I guess going ahead wouldn't make much difference, but if we lost the game, if Palace were to score, we would go back down to 6th, so we need to do our part to make sure we win it. I think Mansfield are also, fairly comfortably staying up, which we like to see as well, our former club, but we need to try and get a goal here just to shore ourselves up as at least getting a point, because obviously it's every chance Palace could score one. We've been the better side. We need to just keep going, and we need to get ourselves the opener. It could be another chance for Garcia to come on, because Canisa is honestly not playing very well, and Garcia, with his recent form, is maybe suggesting he should be starting these FA Cup and Conference League finals. I hate to change it, I really do, because Canisa's been brilliant, but he's not been in as good of form lately as he was when he first came in. He kind of hit the ground running, but has slowed down a little bit. And Garcia is actually in a bit of a purple patch, and that was a decent effort, well worked from Garcia and Mora, but his effort goes over the bar. We've had lots of chances. We are clearly up against a fairly good goalkeeper because he's the man of the match so far. But we need to get ourselves a goal to try and just shore this up. Like I say, sure, they get the 3 points. We've been the massively better side. The fact that we've not scored is actually slightly worrying. Everyone's playing well. We just haven't managed to get the breakthrough yet. 20 minutes left. At what point do we need to maybe look at bringing an E-Young on or something like that, though? I don't know who we'd really take off, because Paddy Moore, absolutely our best striker, top goal scorer at the club now. There's no way we're dropping him. So Charles swings it out to Malik. We just have to hope the boys on the pitch can do the job. Malik, can he get a ball in? Can we get that lead? Goal. Jakob with an effort from distance. Mora's there. Oh, Garcia's just got to get in front of his man. I don't know why he's just left it. It pinged around a little bit, and he just had to stick a toe out, and it would have been 1-0, but he's not. And Goma knocks it on, and Garcia decides not to scrap for it. And now Palace could potentially hit us on the counter here as they are going forward. We're racing back to get men in position. We need to get a foot in, and they're still going, Palace, and this could crush us. Oh, it's crushed. You can't write it. We've been the better side by an absolute landslide. And then a ball in the box. Pearson's chipped our man in the net. It's 1-0 Palace. And that, I think, will knock us back down. Liverpool, even though are losing, have got their 5th place spot back. Well, we need a goal now to level it up. I always said Palace could get one. They've got a lucky own goal. Let's be fair. It's a lucky goal. They've not done anything all game. And now we're struggling. We can't get ourselves a goal. This is a very disappointing performance from us, because we've been disappointing result anyway. The performance has been fine. We've been brilliant, but we just can't get the goal. But Malik swings one in. Oh, you just get in front of your man. Too many men back for Palace. They've blocked it off. If we don't, look at this. This is the ultimate FMing of FMing if we don't win this. I'm serious. This is a joke. We probably need to make a change. We'll bring Jose on for Charles. It's really, I guess we'll bring Marty on for Patrak as well. Or do we bring Marty on? We'll bring Marty on for Malik. Malik's a bit more defensive. We'll bring Moore onto the left. Bring Etta E-Young up front. Swap them around. And hope someone can come on and grab a late equaliser. We need a goal to get ourselves back to 5th. As it stands, we're missing out on Champions League football again. It's a ball through. Palace collect. I can't believe we're going to miss out on Champions League football because of a game like this. We've been absolutely dominant. We only needed the one goal, and we've messed it up. An own goal has done us in. Liverpool bottled it, lost their game. Marty, what's he doing? Oh no, Palace are through. How have we lost this game? We've missed out on Champions League football in calamitous fashion. I don't even know what's happened. Marty's came on, had a stinker. I can't genuinely look at that, man. Look at the state of that. 34 shots, 61% possession, 16 on target, an XG of 3.37. They've had fuck all, and we've lost the game. I don't believe. I genuinely can't believe it. Liverpool actually pulled 2 back as well, so a draw probably it would have been enough. It's going to go down in infamy. It's going to go down in infamy when we missed out on Champions League through nonsense like this. So we do finish 6th, which I think will be Europa League. Though there's not been really any confirmation of it. Yeah, they've qualified through the Europa League. There you go. So financially, we really need a Champions League run. We're 88 million in the red. Moore won top goal scorer though, which I think he would have gotten last. He would have got last season as well with 28. So 2 back-to-back golden boots. We've got the best striker in the league. We need to surround him with world-class players and not centre-backs that score own goals. Very disappointing stuff. Well, that is a hugely disappointing end to the season. Like I say, we've got ourselves... Yeah. We've got ourselves... It's not really showing it, but I like the little... Yeah. I don't know. I guess we're in Europa League. I don't know if Champions League's still going to be a thing, whether we could pull it for something. I don't know. No, I think, 6th is Europa League, 5th is Europa League, so then 5th will probably get Champions League, we'll still be Europa League. So the cup finals are really just to win a trophy now. Our European spot is Europa League confirmed. This will obviously just sure it up twice, I guess. I don't know where we see our little thing. If we can see... Yeah, I wish you could see like where you finished. I guess we did what we had to do, which was to basically do well in the cups and get a top half finish. We've done that with Europa League. I guess we've done it. So that'll do it for now. It's a very disappointing end to the league, but we need to come back. We need to be challenging for the league next season because look at the points. You don't even have to be that good to win the league. We have to get top 4. To be fair, we've made progress a little bit. We finished 8th last season with 59 points. We've added 10 points. So if we do that again, we just lost way too many games this season. Mostly against better sides, to be fair. Newcastle double, City double, Palace there, obviously, West Ham, Chelsea. So, against better sides most of the time. Not West Ham, obviously, but Chelsea, City, Newcastle. So we obviously need to cut that out. The draws, the draws are draws. They're not too bad. We won plenty of games, but we conceded. Probably didn't score enough in the end, actually, looking at... Oh, no, that's Liverpool. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing. We lost 14 games, and this actually makes more sense. That's my bad. I was looking at the wrong thing. So I do remember losing to Newcastle and City, which I wasn't shocked about it. But we lost to teams that aren't even that good. We lost to Spurs on the double, Brighton, Palace... we didn't draw many games at all, just the 2 all season. So we scored plenty. We're probably just conceding way too many. So I guess that's where we need to work on it. But we are. That's our style. It's attacking football. We just need to win more games, and hopefully with the midfielders and the players we've already signed coming in, we can get into that top 4 next season. That's got to be the goal, is just get into the Champions League. But I think we should be challenging for the league title. But you know what? We've jumped up 2 positions. If we do that again, we'll finish in 4th next year. So we can absolutely get top 4 next year and challenge for the league. I'm sure of it. But that's going to do it for now. We've got our 2 cup finals, which we'll do next episode. Brentford in the FA Cup final, Alanya Sport in the Conference League final, and that will be next episode. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode of the UK Journeyman, and I'll see you all for that. 2 finals very soon.